Okay, I've been meaning to make this video on whores versus Christian women. And this basically just goes all over the air. We're talking magazines. We're talking movies, models, everything. So basically we are bombarded with loose women, satanic women, women who promote gay relationships and horror lifestyles. This is all that we have on the covers, in the movies, in the magazines, on the sitcoms, on the radio stations. And we don't have a choice anymore. We just are stuck with them now. I mean, we just, that's the only thing women are allowed to look up to. Before, you used to have like some kind of balance, and you knew there was like a good girl, bad girl. Now it's just all bad girls. And all the shows I was watching, like trying to watch some shows, maybe I'm just need to unwind a little, see what's on TV, and every show is always somebody screwing someone or sleeping with someone. I can't even catch up on all this stuff. Like single ladies, like every week they got a different guy, and I'm like, wait a minute, wasn't she just with the white guy last week, and now she's already with this black dude? And I just like, man, everything is, they're just teaching us basically how to be wicked, how to not follow the Bible, how to be the biggest whores. And, it's all instructed on TV. There's like tutorials on every show. And, there's like some kind of game, mind control thing that's going on. Teach everyone, be a sex slave. And nobody says nothing. No, it's nothing bad, I guess people are just used to it. It's just part of the culture. It's part of the media. And it's nothing unusual. Men love it. Men want sluts. They desire sluts. A man will leave a good woman for a slut. They prefer them, I think. I think that if the girl is down and out, the better. They like the women who are tricked out and slutty. Lesbians now is the latest thing, with Tori Wilson and A-Rod. She's got videos all over YouTube, kissing other women on even WWE, just regular on TV. They show it. It's no big deal now, I guess, apparently. And men, jump to women like that. They just can't wait to have their threesomes, their orgies, and, their swinger parties. And there's no wholesomeness, there's no good fathers, and there's no good role models anymore. Just men just want to just be dirty as they can. They get the biggest sluts they can. The bigger slut, the better, like Madonna, him leaving his wife for her. And knowing that she's the biggest slut, I mean, I just still can't understand that. But that's what men like. They want a hooker. And, you could fight all you want and try to get them back, but they're always going to go to her. She's always going to get the money. When they die, they leave everything to her. And all the work we do, putting in, washing the clothes, cooking, cleaning, everything, it's just a waste, because most of the time he's just running to her on all his free time and all his fun time. Everything's saved for the mistress slut, okay? All the strippers get all the tips, all the money. They're living better lives than us. If you look around, whores live the best life, okay? The best high-quality lifestyles than any woman. Any Christian woman lives in poverty and debt and stuff. And no man is not trying to help her, okay? Because you have, to get help in this world, men want you to have sex with them. They don't want to come and do things for you unless, they know there's sex somewhere in there. And that's the way it's been. That's the way it's not going to change. They take you out to eat, or they spend a little money on you, or they help you. They expect sex, okay? They don't want to marry you and have you in bed with them every night. No, they want a variety. They want, like 31 flavors. They want a woman every night of the week. If they could, they have 3 a day. If they could, and that's why most of them have erectile dysfunctions. Because that's their curse. That's what they deserve for being so greedy, trying to have harems of women, trying to satisfy some bunch of women when they can't even satisfy one. So, you know, it's just, the bigger the slut dude, the more slut of a girl he wants. I mean, that they kind of click together. It's like, you know, the Bobbsey twins, you know, and most of the time when you find a slut, you'll find a slut dude, you know, trying to get with them. And, you know, there's diseases going around and people spreading STDs. Guys don't want to wear condoms. You know, it's just dangerous. You're basically playing Russian roulette with your life. You know, you're going and sin with this guy who's going to, you know, send you to oblivious, to the abyss of hell because you tried to love him and live in sin with him and fornicate. I mean, is it really worth it? No, it's not. I don't think Jesus wants you to give your life to some guy who's not even, you know, doesn't even love him. Because if he really feared God and loved God, he wouldn't be tricking you out and, you know, fornicating and stuff. Because a real godly man knows that you're supposed to, you know, get married and stuff. And not be having kids out of wedlock and all that. Because believe me, once you have a kid, it only gets worse. And they, you know, treat you worse. And they're not good fathers at all. I mean, that's a whole nother blog, you know. Just believe me, there's a reason why they're called baby daddies, okay? And so, you gotta be careful and stuff, you know. These men, I think a lot of them get paid bonuses just to terrorize women and take them down, you know, because why else would they get such a joy out of it? I mean, there's gotta be some kind of benefit or some kind of money involved. You know, maybe the government's paying them, maybe corporations, I don't know. But something, they're getting rewards out of it. They're getting better housing than us. They're getting better cars, better clothes, better jobs. And so there's a payoff to it. And, you know, so believe me, guys don't just burn women for nothing. And most of them are gay. Because a guy who usually burns a woman don't even like women. They hate women. They just, you know, they really want to be with their man. That's why they treat you so bad, so they can go off and be with their buddies. And they're basically just in love with men. And so they, you know, that's why they're always beefing and mad and, you know, don't want to be with you. And you're wondering, well, why doesn't he want to spend time with me? Why doesn't he want to love me and show me affection and you know, please me and care about my needs and my desires? Because he don't care. Because you're just a cover. You know what a cover is? It's a cover girl for the gay guys where they just have you as a front, like a title. So like when their mom calls, they could say, yeah, she's that and that. And they just bring up your name as their girlfriend. They talk about you. Because they're not going to talk about their gay dude to their mom and get her all mad and stuff. They ain't going to tell the truth. And then they're not going to be, you know, when they go to work, their friends are like, oh, your girlfriend, no. There ain't no real girlfriend. Half of these guys are bachelors till their 50s, okay? And got their buddy in the side, in the bed. That's why their best joy and all their laughter comes from hanging with him, okay? When they're with their dude, they're the happiest. Smiling, chuckling. They can't wait to set up golf time and sick leave just to take off to go in the hotel somewhere together. And you know what I'm saying? He's always taking trips with his buddy, but he can't figure out how to make reservations for you. I mean, come on. I mean, how stupid are you? I mean, you got to figure out. Men are slick and they play games and they'll use you to play things off and make it appear that they're normal, but they're not. Because see, a lot of times guys like to appear normal because in their jobs they'll succeed more, and you know, more like, for instance, George Clooney. You think he's gonna tell everyone he's gay when you ain't gonna buy his movies? You ain't gonna want to flock there too much if you knew he was booty licking. I mean, come on. So he's gonna play it off and get a couple sleazy hoes, wrestler chicks walking around with him. And of course, these sleazy wrestler chicks, they're already lesbians. They, you know, you can see them on the WWE. They don't hide it. They licking each other, kiss on each other, roll around in the rings and stuff. They're straight dykes. And so they love to pick these women because they're not going to say nothing about them being gay. They're not going to say, oh no, don't be gay. No, because they're gay too. I mean, how are they going to talk? They can't talk. Because guess what? They're gay too. So they're all licking each other, having orgies, having sex. And it's all one big happy ass gay party. And you know, then he's just gonna leave her with the dyke, while he's off. And then, you know, so he got it all set up. They know which girls to pick. The biggest dyke, okay? So if you see a dude with a lesbian chick or a bisexual chick, you're gonna know there's a reason why he likes her, because he likes freaky chicks who let him do what he wants, and when they're doing the orgies or whatever, he's feeling on the dude's booty. You know, he's trying to get a double sandwich in there and rubbing, you know, penises and stuff. Because that's how freaky these dudes are, man. Let me tell you, man, this world is sick, okay? Sicker than you can believe. And men will do anything to cover up their sickness, you know, just so they can make money, because it's all about money to them. Their cars, it's about living large, buying their Nike shoes and their sweatsuits and styling and flossing and swagging, and to get the next chick, because it's always whoever's the new meat, the new victim, you know, and they got to have the front, you know, the little profile, whatever, and let the girl, because every girl will be like, oh, he got it going on. And you don't know at first, because they'll be nice and they'll be perfect. Like, you know, I met this one dude, he was so perfect. He gave me flowers every time we had a date. Every single time he had flowers. He gave me gifts. He gave me keys to his place, to his car, everything I could ask for. All the money, everything. And you know what? He was the biggest player, okay? Because he had so much to lose, so he had to play that game at first. Because you better beware for dudes who play all sweet and nice and perfect at the beginning. Because those are the ones who will fool you the quickest and run so much game on you, because they got so much to hide. They have to be perfect and stuff, and they're in such a hurry to get to the meat, you know, like the sex or whatever, the money they're trying to get from you, that they have to play this role, and they be jumping to open the door, and they be coming to mow your lawn or whatever. Oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. Psh, they know what to do, believe me. But that stuff will drop off in a minute, and they'll be calling you a bitch and all kinds of names. Don't answer their phone, disappear, MIA in a minute, okay? Girl, let me tell you. I can go on and on about that, you know. But, you know, that's just a little tip for Sunday. So, you know, you could go to church and stuff, and these preachers ain't gonna preach on a lot of this stuff, because a lot of them already are pretty much banging all the congregation. And a lot of them got their women, you know, they're seen on the side and stuff. And like, I've been to a couple churches where preachers try to hit on me, and they were married, honey. And I was like, what? And I had this one preacher tell me he wanted me to sit on his face. And I was like, what? I know I didn't hear that. And I had to ask him again, excuse me? And he told me, okay, again, it was not no shame, okay? Because he was dead serious. He thought I was going to jump in my car, run over to his house, and sit on his face. And I was like, no, I don't think I want to do that with a preacher. I'm going to be feeling really, you know, it's bad enough to fornicate, but with a preacher. But anyways, you know, so I learned a lot. You know, preachers, they don't be getting into those fornication sermons and stuff. They, you know, because they be fornicating with the congregation. So, you know, just like Eddie Long and stuff. You think he's going to be preaching on that too much? No, because he got major settlements he had to pay for doing these little boys and stuff. And a lot of them are crooked, and they're false prophets, and they just set up these congregations as some money mills and some, you know, they're frauds and stuff. So you got to really be careful and stuff. And I'm not saying, you know, a preacher should be perfect or nothing, but I'm just saying at least you shouldn't be sexing, you know, the women and stuff, and misleading people, and not preaching, you know, the real word of God, and just supporting, you know, like politically correct stuff, and not calling out gays the way they need to be called, and the child molesters and stuff, and the rapists and stuff, and just letting all that stuff slide and stuff, and letting these bad fathers just get away with stuff, and they don't, you know, you don't hear a lot of preaching about that. Okay, but anyways, I just kind of went on and on. Hope I didn't take too long. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Peace.